right.
Back away from the body, Ziminiar.
Shut your face. Anyone got a potion?
I
Now.
have. I think I do. But I'm not gonna give it to you. Step away.
I don't need it for me, you...
I'm about to
I
shoot him. I command him to step away. I use command retreat.
Ooh. If you could click on the spell, just
Yeah,
so.
1 sec.
No. Alright. Yep, so you need to make a wisdom saving throw. Ziminiar.
Oh, I didn't mean to hit that yet. I was checking to see if I could use it.
Okay, I was like, you didn't magic missile you yet.
Hey, I'm a cleric. I don't have magic missile.
True. That's a wizard.
Okay, so, which one did you say?
Wisdom saving throw.
Alright. And... Oh, the one time it goes low on wisdom.
Yeah, so you fail to save, and I would say, since this is within reason for you to step away, you your character would step back as he commands you to walk away.
Alright, now I'm gonna approach and see if there's... I assume that there's not gonna be any benefit of applying the potion to a dead body, but, you know.
You could do a medicine check for sure.
I definitely intend to. I also recommend to Harbo that he restrains Ziminiar.
Harpo is just kind of... He doesn't know what to do. Like, there are tears in his eyes. He's trying to take steps forward, but at the same time, he's like... He's really unsure.
He's so sad.
He is so sad.
Yeah, so Miles, with your check, you can see that the potion won't do anything. As you get up, you realize, I don't know if this is really like a trigger warning or like mature content warning, but
I'm sure we've all watched television with dead bodies
we've
before.
kind of also spoiler alert to anyone that didn't watch last week's stream, but you get up to her and you realize that her neck and like spine are pretty much gone. She's crushed. In
Lots
theory.
of broken bones, yes.
Yeah,
quite a lot of bleeding out
dead.
too.
Yeah,
Probably internal bleeding. Check, just, you know, because you gotta check these things to confirm that it's really Gilly for sure.
Yeah, it's her.
Okay.
It's her. Yeah, you can do like an Arcana check or dispel magic or whatever you would choose, but I'm just going to tell you it's her.
Arcana sounds fine here. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's her.
According to you, it's her. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Liquor. Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah.
Liquor blood.
That's Haribo's realm of expertise.
Science.
I licked the blood, and I don't want to do that to Gilly.
All right. So, what do you guys do?
Probably someone should get the house guards, and someone else should restrain Ziminiar.
Ziminiar says screw that in his head, and he immediately makes his way to the clearest anywhere that he could think that he might find Hamlet. He knows Hamlet's not there, but he's also angry.
Okay.
You're gonna put him like closer to this bar.
I don't
Okay.
think you're allowed to leave. This is the scene of the crime, and the crime you committed.
Ziminiar is chaotic neutral. He does not care about those kind of things.
Stay? Do I have to command you to stay?
As you say that,
Go on. We already had a fight before. Need I remind you the winner?
Fight!
Winslow just unfazed by her things, just like fight, fight. Oh God. Speaking of which, so yeah, you two.
Cassius form.
Nope.
And now I just fly away. Fuck you.
Is there nothing I can do but dispel magic?
I can't. I caught back on screen. Shit.
Uh-oh.
Haha, sucker.
Where'd you go?
Is there maybe an insight I can roll to see? I mean, like. I'm just trying to think, because, it's not that. I don't really need Ziminiar to be taking the fall for this. And if he flees the scene, it kind of like. I don't have much preference for saving Ziminiar, and if he flees the scene, it almost looks worse on him. So I'm fine with that. If he leaves, actually.
Okay.
All right. Haribo, what do you do in this moment of seeing Ziminiar kind of just zipping off, almost hunting down for someone?
Bo wants to follow Ziminiar, but he's just kind of frozen where he is. He takes a couple steps this way in an attempt to get closer to Gilly, but he doesn't want to see Gilly the way she is, so he just kind of turns this way and starts crying a little bit.
Haribo is a character that Miles would tell Haribo to go get someone from the manor, just to give Haribo something to do, and not have to be here.
How considerate.
Okay, so Haribo tries moving slowly. He's slowly moving this way. Away, away.
Haribo, go.
I'm trying! You won't let me leave the map.
And Winslow, what do you do?
Should we go after Ziminiar? Because it does not look very good on our part if we all just stand around here.
I mean, better to say we found the body and we saw the culprit.
But do we know for sure that he was the one that did it?
I mean, it seems the most logical conclusion, and he fled the scene without giving any explanation. Therefore, it's really on him at this point. I begin preparing a spell that I would never normally prepare. It's going to take a while, but I can prepare gentle repose. So I begin praying to the Great Egg.
Okay. And Ziminiar, as you've been fluttering around in a gaseous form, you are searching far and wide, and you see no sign of him around.
Do I see a sign of anyone that would be remotely like, maybe he knows him, or maybe
No.
he's in regard to the...
No, you see no one going further back, at least. If you head towards the front, you could see other people, like, looking for Gilly and such. But other than that, like, in the immediate forested kind of area around you, with, like, the small houses every now and then, you see no one that you recognize.
Mm.
Do you
Well,
fly
at this
back to
point-
see?
At this point, his rage has broken a little bit. His confusion is, like, being muted as he's realizing, like, there's no way that what he saw would have been visible to everyone else. And also, there's only maybe 2 people in the entire world who would even believe him, that would listen.
Yeah.
And he just kind of, like, starts floating back in the gaseous form, enough away from regular people to try to see if he can run back into Haribo specifically.
Okay. And you see Haribo kind of, like, slowly making his way up to the front in the woods.
I come up from behind him because why not at this point? I can't really touch him, so I'm just gonna say, Haribo, can I ask you something?
Do I know that it? This is out of character. Do I know that it's Ziminiar? Like, can I tell in the form that it's him?
You would hear him, if anything, but also I would assume you stopped being a gaseous form as soon as you snuck up on Haribo.
It lasts for an hour, and I'm a wanted man. I am staying.
Okay, yeah, so you hear Ziminiar talking from this form. But, you don't really, you just see like a red mist, I would say.
Okay, that's fair. I guess, Ziminiar, what's going on? What's going on?
I think it's time that I stop caring about whether or not people know what we know.
What do you mean?
Hamlet did this.
What?
I got zipped away again, and when I went there, he threw me through some walls, and then he told me he was going to show me the power of a god. I saw my childhood. I remembered some stuff. And then suddenly, it was like the apocalypse came to be. And then Gilly, he was holding her up. He wasn't exactly touching her, but I could tell. And then he dropped her. And then I was on top of that roof. I didn't even notice you guys at first. I didn't even know where I was. But another thing, that place that we keep going back to, that was my home. We've been training with Kepi in my home. That's all I really know about my home.
Hamlet wasn't even here. How did he get here?
He did say that he was showing me the powers of a god, and he's probably the reason why we keep getting zipped back and forth between places, at least as far as I can tell. He's a lot stronger than we realized, and it's probably a good thing he wasn't here. I'd probably be dead, because I wanted to kill him. I still want to kill him. Gilly.
What's stopping Hamlet from killing us now? Why is he doing this? Clearly he's already painted a target on your back. What's stopping him from getting the rest of us if we interfere?
Oh, shit. That's right. Although I wouldn't really mind dragging Miles into my mess. But
Miles wouldn't believe us anyway. He's the
Yeah,
only one
no.
who hasn't seen him. Well, maybe Winslow. I've kind of talked to him a little bit about it. He doesn't even know Kepi exists.
except for the fact that we met him in the future, but as a kid.
I don't even think
But-
Winslow remembers that.
Probably not. There was a lot going on that day.
It's true. It's quite overwhelming. Oh my god, my head.
However, I really don't know what to do next. I wanted to actually kind of just start searching for the guy that knocked me out, but now all I want to do is do a murder on the Hamlet, or what happened to Gilly, but I have no way to prove it. And as far as I know, you were the only ones that saw that happen. What happened when I left?
Comes convincing Miles. He's the
Well,
one.
I tried to give her a potion. If he's smart, he would have thought about that. Why would a killer try to heal his victim, especially when she could just turn around and be like, "Oh, he's trying to kill me. Kill him." Miles would have to be pretty...
To Miles. He's
What?
He's a person who seeing is believing to him. And he saw you there. He didn't see Hamlet. He knows Hamlet is up to weird stuff, but he doesn't have any reason to believe that Hamlet would do this. Ugh.
That all of his troops always disappeared on him whenever they went bodyguarding. Hell, we even went missing when we were supposed to be with him. We're just the ones that got lucky enough to come back.
Okay, so say Miles does believe us. What if what Kepi said was true? And we end up destroying the world because we tell people.
We don't need to tell people. We just need to tell Miles.
Do you think Kepi was warning us that if we ratted, do you think Kepi knew that eventually Hamlet would reveal himself to us, and that Hamlet, because we ratted him out, would destroy the world?
Actually, now that you mention it, there is one more big thing about my past that I remembered, and you're gonna need to maybe move like 2 feet down and take a seat for this one, because this world's been started a couple of times probably already, and I don't necessarily know if it was Hamlet's doing. That was the one part of my my little trip that I didn't fully understand.
And Haribo still has like tears like running down his face the entire time, but they're like starting to dry up a little bit. And at this point, he just kind of looks at Ziminiar and goes, "Wait, so is that why you can't remember anything? Are you older than you say you are?"
Well, about that, so the last thing I remembered before going on my adventure and eventually finding my way to the castle and meeting up with all of you was I got knocked out by some cleric named Solomon. And then after that, I woke up, got healed up by an old lady, took about half her food, and then I went on an adventure for a few years until I met you guys. And before that, there was nothing. And I still don't really have the time fill. I just remember I got to see when I was a kid and what my daily life was like. And I will not be talking about that. But what I can say is that I was just a little kid when that happened. And then the world, well, it exploded. And that was 1,000 years ago. I'm a lot older than I should be. Or that I look.
And Haribo just kind of takes Ziminiar's advice and kind of squats down and puts his face in his hands, and you can hear him kind of sobbing a little more. He's just like, "I don't know what we're going to do."
I really don't know either. It really seems like the clue that I was getting in that thing was probably the prayer of the egg. But I don't know what to do with it.
Prayer of the egg?
Yeah, I was showing myself, and you dare never tell Miles this. But back then, my family had lived in a village full of tieflings, and when I went to bed, I was told to do the prayer of the egg, and after the prayer of the egg, then all the hell broke loose. Maybe it's a bad thing. Maybe the egg is bad. But no, that can't be it, because the voice said that we didn't do good enough, and we're gonna have to start again. But
So-
now calming down, I should stay here. I need to stay by Gilly's side, even though she's gone. Because, wait, hold on, that's metagaming. My bad. I forgot. I wasn't there for that knowledge. Rewind.
You just assuming? But
No.
Rewind it all.
Rewinding. I stop at the moment where I said like we have to do better this time, and take two. So,